and something I probably don't need to ever play with. Another thing I wanted to show off is the new windshield I got. The old windshield was this Slipstream brand, which is very small. All it did was really keep the wind off my chest, didn't do a whole lot more than that. This one is called the Memphis Fats. I believe I got I think at least a 19-inch here, or maybe even a 21-inch. Basically the idea here is that I do a lot of highway driving. I need to get a lot of that wind off me, and it just makes the ride a lot more comfortable. As you can see, it has these nice, looks like some kind of metallic bars here kind of holding the thing together. It was very easy to install. I installed it myself. You can see where it actually clamps onto the handlebars here with some Allen bolts, which they gave you a nice little Allen wrench to go with that, so it was very easy to install. If you feel like you need more of a naked looking bike, you can pull them off very easily. Just undo the two bolts over here, and then you can just pull the whole windshield off. I'm sure it'll take about 5 minutes. With some practice you can probably do it even faster. Another thing I had noticed on the oil change, just right over here is where these 3 bolts are where you need to do to pull out the oil filter, which I didn't do this time. The manual recommend to change the oil filter on every other oil change. I'll be doing that on my next one. And let's see what else we have here. Another thing, another upgrade I did over here, a very simple upgrade, a very cheap upgrade. This little throttle rocker is what they call it, and this is about a $12 ship thing I got from some company in Colorado, and I'm sure there are other brands like it. Basically a little thing that just kind of velcros on the side of the throttle bar over here, and you just kind of put your hand on there. Basically you can turn the throttle with your palm, sort of like this. You just use the base of your palm for that, so that you basically don't get that death grip where you're on the highway trying to keep the throttle down and your hand gets a big cramp. So that was very useful too. Another thing I did here, as you can see in the front, I sort of changed something out. I changed out my, I bought this little clock. I think the company is called 4Motion or something. I bought this little clock that's vibration resistant. I got it on a nice little sale. It's probably like $22 retail, and I got it at a nice Japanese bike dealer over here locally, and they gave it to me for half price. Another thing I got at just VIP Auto Store, a little thermometer here. I don't know if it's really 80 degrees out here. It's probably more like 70. But it's something that kind of gives me an idea of how cold it is out there. Basically, the thermometer just sticks on with some double-sided sticky tape from like 3M, and the clock down there actually sticks on with its own little sticky stuff that comes with the clock. It's actually a pretty decent clock. It's supposed to be vibration resistant, and it's been pretty accurate, and I've had it on for at least a week now. As you can see, my Odo has got 7,300 miles on it. Started at 42, so I put a few miles on this guy, so I'm getting to know it pretty good. Now notice that I got 136 miles on the tripometer. Unfortunately, this is one of those bikes where there's no gas gauge, which means you have to sort of use that thing to sort of gauge how far you've gone and how far you can get. Now, it's been my experience when I bang this guy up to like 70 miles per hour, like 3 times a week or 4 times a week, and I'm doing my commute, I can get about 150 miles out of it pretty easily. Sometimes I've gone up to 165, and that's when I know it's time to switch the little fuel clock, which is on this side, right there, the thing in the center of the screen. That thing right there, you have to switch that to reserve, which means you've got about 0.8 gallons, which translates to about 40 miles left before you're going to run on empty. So right around 165 miles, 150 miles, I usually end up going to a gas station and getting some fuel. Other than that, I think the bike is pretty much the same bike. I think I've taken more care to just keep it kind of shiny. And oh, one other thing I noticed, if you look in the manual, for those of you getting these bikes, they'll probably be the same manual, pretty much the same bike I think for 07 or 08. They say about this headlight, there's no way to, or at least these local dealers tell me there's no way to change the angle of the light. And in fact, in the manual it says go to your dealer to have them change the angle of your light if you need to. Well, it turns out that after doing some poking around, I noticed that, see there's a little slit on the side of the light there, kind of right under there. Let me just point it out. This thing right here, there's actually a screw inside there. I don't know if you can see that from this angle, but if you stick a screwdriver in there, there's one there. There's also one on the other side, right here. And basically you can use those two screws. One turns one way, the other turns the other way, and you can use it to change the angle of the headlight. When I first got the bike from the dealer, I got it used, and the light was really bad in terms of I really didn't feel comfortable going very fast because there wasn't a whole lot of light in front of me. So one of the first things I did here, as soon as I found out I could, is move that beam a little bit higher so I can get a little more distance, and so I can feel a little safer on the road at night. I think that'll about wrap it up. So again, this is just an update on my Yamaha V-Star 650. I'm just going to come out to the other side and give it a full shot. Alright guys, thank you.